Today, we're diving into a really powerful story about urban inequality. But this isn't just about a problem, it's about a community that decided to take charge and build its own future. I mean, think about that for a second. Could where you live literally take years off your life? It's a pretty shocking question, but for millions of people, the answer is unfortunately yes. Take a look at this number, 24. What do you think it represents? Well, I can tell you it's not a celebratory number. In fact, it represents a lifetime of opportunities just gone. This is where that number comes from. Sao Paulo, Brazil. 24 years is the life expectancy gap between people living in the city's richest neighborhoods and those in its poorest. That's a whole generation of life, just erased, depending on which side of the city you happen to be born into. And, this isn't just some abstract statistic on a chart. For communities like Casa Verde, Limão, and Cachoeirinha, this 24-year gap is a daily reality. It's woven into the very fabric of their lives. The bottom line is, this inequality is so deep, it's not measured in money, it's measured in decades of life. And that's a reality that one group decided they just weren't going to accept anymore. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and it's a big one. But this story isn't about despair, not at all. It's about a solution. So let's meet the people who looked at that 24-year gap and decided they were going to be the ones to close it. This is Instituto Vision, but locally, everyone knows them as Nosso Núcleo, which basically means our hub. And their mission is as brilliant as it is simple. Take the wisdom that already exists in the community, pair it with new ideas in tech, and use that to build real, lasting change from the inside out. And when they say by the community, they mean it. This isn't just a mission statement, it's baked into their DNA. They're led by a woman president, their board is over 45% Black, and get this, a full 40% of the board seats are reserved for young people. Why? Because they're building something that's meant to last for generations. And this isn't some new, untested idea. They have a serious track record. Back in 2019, they didn't just show up with a plan. Nope, they started by listening, talking to more than 50 local leaders to figure out what people actually needed. Fast forward just a few years, and boom, they're winning national awards for their economic impact. It's just been one success after another. All right, so how are they actually pulling this off? Well, their strategy is built on three main pillars, and it all starts with the first one, creating a physical foundation, a central hub for the entire community. Just imagine a single place, a central spot, where you can go to learn new skills, get help launching a business, and where the community can just come together. That's the vision. It's the physical heart of the operation. And you can really see the transformation right here. On one side, you see them making it work right now, creating jobs with things like uniform and wig production. But on the other side, well, that's the future. The architectural plans for a brand new, modern center. They're literally turning an underused space into a powerhouse for the community. So, you've got the building, but what's the engine that makes it all run? That brings us to pillar number 2, which is all about powering local businesses and entrepreneurs. And if you want to see the real-world impact, just look at their seamstress cooperative. Before, you had these incredibly talented women working insane hours, like over 12 hours a day, all alone from home for less than 1,000 reais a month. But now, they're working a normal 8-hour day, they're working together in a shared space, and get this, they've tripled their income. That's not just a raise, that's a whole new life. And this isn't just random support. They felt this amazing 4-step journey for entrepreneurs. First, you get the skills training you need. Then they help you incubate your idea, really let it grow. If it takes off, they help you accelerate it and scale up. And for the very best ideas, they even provide that crucial seed capital. It's a full pipeline from a spark of an idea to a real thriving business. They're also being super smart about using technology. They partnered up with a university startup to create an app called Twaki, which is basically a local marketplace to get all these small businesses online. And the response has been incredible. Just one single educational course on the app has already reached over 30,000 people. 30,000! That just shows you the hunger for these opportunities is massive. But this vision is bigger than just jobs and money. It's about the health of the community and the environment itself. Which brings us to pillar number 3, planting a greener future. A huge piece of this is their urban gardens. And we're not just talking about pretty little parks.
These gardens are growing fresh, organic food for local families, and this is so important for the municipal schools. So you're creating a direct line between a greener neighborhood and healthier kids.
And they're thinking about this from every angle. They're creating jobs for urban farmers, they're improving childhood nutrition, and they're literally reforesting the streets. This helps with everything from air quality to making the neighborhood more resilient to climate change. It's all connected. Okay, so let's step back for a second. You've got the community hub, the support for businesses, and all these green projects. What happens when you put all of that together? Well, you get this incredible ripple effect.
This is a complete model for change. You're seeing real economic growth. I mean, tripling someone's income is absolutely life-changing. You're creating social mobility by giving people the tools they need, and you're building true community resilience from the ground up.
So what this all adds up to is something way bigger than just one project. What Nosso Núcleo has created here is a blueprint. It's a replicable guide for how other communities can take charge of their own futures, sustainably. And that's really the big idea to leave you with. Just imagine for a moment, what could we achieve if every single community facing a life gap like this had the resources and the power to build its own bridge to the future? That's the work of Nosso Núcleo. It's an amazing reminder that sometimes the most powerful solutions to our biggest challenges are already there, just waiting to be unlocked right in the heart of the communities themselves.